Friends, today we celebrate the Feast of the Holy Family. And on this feast, I thought it would be important for us to look at the conditions of the family, of marriages today. We know that marriage as an institution is essential to the well-being of any society. Human experience teaches us that when the family is thriving, so is the society. If the institution of family fails, then our culture and our society breaks down. When we look at the present condition of the family today, we realize that we're living in a very precarious time in the history of our country and even of the world. If I attempted to give an extensive or an exhaustive list of both examples of this and the reason for those examples, we would be here for a long time. To try to explain in depth would require us to go to the root of the problem. We would have to talk about how the loss of faith has led to a loss of identity. God is the one who teaches me who I am, and if I don't have faith in God, I lose this idea or understanding of who I am. We would have to discuss the destructive role that relativism plays when people try to redefine the teleos of marriage. In other words, what is the purpose? What is the end of marriage? Why did God make marriage? So they try to redefine the teleos and try to redefine marriage itself altogether. We would have to also hit upon the root and cause of what John Paul the Great would call exaggerated individualism and show the terrible consequences that has when you try to enter into a relationship. And all of this, friends, is only scratching the surface. A simple class on this would not be enough. We would need an entire study, a degree if you would, to examine all of the outline, all the things that are out there that lead us into marriage. And we see that when all these factors come together, they form the perfect storm. But for our purposes today, for this reflection, we can simply state that even with a quick, simple study, one can see that marriage is under a tremendous attack today. And seeing that marriage is the foundation of a society, the devil's smart because this is where he launches his attack. By breaking down marriages, he breaks down society. He's inflicting terrible damages in the home and by extension in our society. Now, what's the church's role in this? When we look at all this, what is the church trying to do? What is her response? Now, she puts together special programs for couples who are struggling, couples who are not struggling, and also for couples who are first coming together who wish to be married. So they're trying to address all these areas. In the Archdiocese of Philadelphia, looking specifically now at marriage preparation. In the Archdiocese of Philadelphia, where I'm from, there is a minimum of 6 months. So if a couple comes to a priest, they have 6 months before the wedding can take place. Other dioceses have extended that to a full year. Now, I compare that to the seminary. With a college degree, when I went to the seminary, it was a minimum of 6 years with a college degree. If I did not have a college degree, if I came out of high school, it would have been 9 years. We call them lifers. 6 months versus 6 years. 6 years for me is 6 years every day. It's with an internship, like an apostolate. We call it like an internship. It's summer assignments. 6 years of all of that. For marriage, it's come in, see the priest, one meeting with the priest, one day pre-Cana, and then see you at the altar. And when you look at those two vocations, marriage and priesthood, and you ask yourself the question, which one is more important? The answer should be yes. But yet, look how different is the formation. Look how different is the period of preparation.